One, two, one, two. Oh, yes.
Okay, you're on. You gotta do it this week.
One, two, one, two.
Yep.
Is good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I know those of you in the sanctuary can't tell, but when you walked in, I smiled at you. Now that I have my mask off, I'll do it again. Welcome. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to everyone watching in our virtual congregation. We're so happy you could be with us in spirit, in voice, and in prayer. We welcome Shabbat by lighting the candles. Amen, amen. We turn to page 12 in our prayer book, Lechu Neranana. Come, sing with us, rejoice with us.
Lechu sing unto God a new song. Tamru l'Adonai bechimor, bechinor v'kol zimra, בחצוצרות בקול שופר. הריעו לפני המלך אדוני, ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושביה. בהרות עמך וכף, יחד הרים ירננו. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ונשבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ונשבת מקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ונשבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ונשבת מקבלה.
welcome Shabbat. Take a moment to welcome each other. You can get up, you can say Shabbat Shalom, give someone at home a nice greeting.
And now a song of Shabbat. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. עלי אסור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וחינוך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מה גדלו מעשיך היה, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מה גדלו מעשיך היה, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך.
Shabbat Shalom. Every week I've been studying the Torah portion, as one does. If I wanted to make a headline for each and every parashah for this summer, I could use the same exact phrase every week. Because basically every Torah portion over this summer can be summed up in these 4 words. We are almost there. Every week, the Israelites are almost in the promised land. After 40 years of sweating it out in the desert, there we are on a mountaintop in Jordan, peering into the promised land on the precipice of fulfilling our destiny. Several weeks of Torah is a long time to be almost somewhere, but we are the Jews and we know how to endure things. I'm wondering if that idea of being almost somewhere resonates with anyone here. It does for me. I feel like we are almost at the start of a new school year, a huge moment for parents and children in our city. We are almost at the high holidays, a huge moment for our community, our people, and for your clergy. As a synagogue, we're almost at the reopening of in-person religious school. I couldn't be more excited about it. And I don't know where on earth we are in terms of this pandemic, but at least for many things, we are almost there. I'll be honest, these Torah portions over the summer, they're not the easiest. They're not really narrative in nature. They're not about character development. These parshiot are really about anticipation, about that sense of almost being a people, of getting very close to something profound. And if you think about it, the entire Torah is about anticipation. Every week, we make our slow journey to the promised land. Like some sort of theological dance, we hope we'll get there. We hope we'll enter that fertile land flowing with milk and honey. It makes me think of movies where you can't wait to see how it ends, but you also sort of enjoy waiting in suspense. You want it to end, but also you don't. This season, the season we're in now, directly before the high holidays, has that same feeling of intense anticipation. We're almost in a new year. We almost have a fresh start and a clean slate. Are we maybe almost done with this pandemic? Do we dare to even imagine that? Or maybe we're anticipating another year of difficulty. In either case, I think the question that Torah is asking us is, how can we make use of our anticipation? The Jewish calendar dedicates an entire month to this anticipatory season called Elul, and we're in it right now. Basically, Judaism tells us how to get ready for the holidays, and it tells us how to do that with 3 steps. 1, Teshuvah. The first man to conquer Mount Everest was Sir Edmund Hillary. He tried to summit the mountain, he was almost there, and he failed to achieve his goal on his first try. When speaking publicly after his disappointment, he paused, stared at a mural on the wall of Mount Everest, and said, "Next time I will succeed, for I am still growing, and you have stopped growing," looking at the mountain. And he did just that. He conquered Mount Everest. He went beyond almost. He got there. Teshuvah is about that. It's about growth, about trying to grow over and over again against all odds and in spite of failure. Performing Teshuvah reminds us we're not stuck, stagnant, or static. Instead, we are constantly engaged in kinesthetics, shifting, evolving, maturing. Teshuvah is our first step in preparing for the Chagim. Step 2, tefillah, prayer. Good job. You're doing it right now. We call out to God for so many things, to help ourselves, our loved ones, our people, our world. We ask for healing, for wholeness, and for forgiveness. On the high holidays, we say, "For we are the clay, and you are the potter. We are the sheep, and you are the shepherd. We are your people, and you are our God." We must call out to God, that celestial potter, praying to be molded in the image of the divine by those artisanal hands, even and especially in times of turmoil. 3, last but certainly not least, to achieve the change mandated by Elul, we are told we must give tzedakah. If teshuvah is looking inward and tefillah is calling upward, tzedakah is reaching outward to others. It's not equal to charity. We don't give only out of the goodness of our hearts. We give tzedakah because we are required to pursue tzedek, justice. After all, it's Judaism that teaches tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice you shall pursue. It's Judaism that preaches empathy for others. Remember the widow, the orphan, and the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. It's Judaism that coined the phrase, ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. It's the Hebrew prophet Micah that taught us that God requires that we do justly, perform acts of loving kindness, and walk humbly with our God. And it's Judaism that birthed the phrase, let justice well up like waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Step 3 is that fight for justice, and it's nowhere near over. That can mean so many things right now, and we must do it, and do it seriously. On the high holidays, we say those words, Teshuvah, Utzfilah, Utzedakah, Ma'avarim et Roa HaGezerah, that repentance, prayer, and tzedakah temper the severe decree. This month, as we stand still waiting to get to that new spot, whatever it is, to our own promised land, is the time to ready ourselves for the holidays by focusing on each of these acts. Let's make use of our anticipation so that, like the Israelites, we too can reach the promised land. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 28 for the Baruch Hu. Please rise.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, בחוכמה פותח שערים ובתבונה משנה עיתים ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. אהבת עולם ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה. באהבתך אל תסיר, ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Please join with me in chanting the Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Please join with me in reading on the side of page 41. Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. We now join in Mi Chamocha.
כיפד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. Teach us, God.
we read together on the top of page 45. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable, without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. And now we sing of a time that is supposed to not really have a time, which is Shabbat. And we join in Vishamru on page 44.
Please rise for the Amidah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לו, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue with silent prayer. That melody has always been one of my favorites. I love that. So beautiful. We turn our thoughts now to those who are in need of healing, healing of the body, mind, or spirit. Is anyone making a Misha Berach for a loved one today? We pause for those of you at home to share the name. Misha Berach Avotenu ve'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, ve'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, ve'Leah, hu yivarech et hacholim. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And together we say, Amen. We turn now to our concluding prayers. Aleinu is on page 282. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וקור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, who've died recently or at this time in years gone by. We mourn the passing of Bunny Zimmer, Gladys Schuker, Robert Friedman, Bernice Shore, Dan Francescan, Robert Carr, Jack Milstein, David Schlanger, Marilyn Berliner, Trudy Owett, Elliot Levine, Joanne Raskus, Reina Ragonetti, Jean Abrams, Jerry Horwitz, Barnett Berliner, Dorothea Francescan, Susan Brown, and Joyce Wallace. We observe the yahrzeits of Renee Levy, Elliot Mitchell Schwero, George Seidman, Lola Skarbnik, and Lena Tamney. Are there additional names at this time? We rise for Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei al-maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh, ואת הדר ואת הלב ואת הלל שמי קודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Please be seated. A few announcements before we close our service. The high holidays are coming up. They're so soon. So just a reminder, check your email, see all of the wonderful things that we have planned. We hope you'll join us. The evenings are here at the Village Temple. The daytime services are mostly at City Winery, but on Yom Kippur, we're concluding the day with Ne'ilah, that very moving end of Yom Kippur service outside on the street. So we hope everyone can gather that way safely. Bring your children, bring your dogs, bring your family, bring everyone, and we can celebrate together. We officially celebrate Shabbat with Kiddush and Motzi. Please join us.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Amen.
Amen, amen. We close our service with words of joy and blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace.